So here's something new. I am going to smoke that piece of salmon. It's kind of rainy outside here in Seattle. You can sort of see, I'll show you, up on the roof, raindrops falling on the roof. So that means that smoking could be a bit of a challenge tomorrow, but I don't care. I'm going for it. I have an umbrella. So yeah, that's what's happening now. Smoked salmon. All right. I'm going to smoke this salmon. Now, the internet tells me that I need to cure it first. And obviously, we do what the internet tells us. So the internet basically says 1 part sugar and 1 part kosher salt. So I'm actually going to go half white and half brown sugar for my cup. I'm hoping a cup is going to be enough. There's a cup of white sugar, but we'll find out. Here's going to be a cup of brown sugar, or rather a half cup. Oops, sorry, that was a half cup of white sugar. Here's my half cup of brown sugar, more or less. Yeah, and now I'm going to want a half cup of kosher salt, or sorry, a whole cup of kosher salt. You can tell I'm new. I've never done this before. Someone gave me a smoker many years ago, a Little Chief front-loading electric smoker. You can pick these up pretty cheap all day long, or a friend can give one to you, which is what I got. And I've never used it. It's been years. And so I was playing around with it last weekend, thinking I might smoke some, a brisket or something like that. But it turns out the Little Chief electric smoker doesn't get any hotter than 165 degrees. That's not enough to do meat, but it is enough to do salmon. So, all right, we're mixing up this cure. That's what's happening now. And now a little pepper, because the internet also says to use some pepper. This cure is going to be caked on the salmon. I hope this works out all right. This pepper part I'm unclear on, so I'm just sort of winging it. We're going to cake this on the salmon and leave it overnight, and it is going to cure the salmon. I guess that's why they call it that. The pepper smells really good. And then in the morning, we are going to put it on the smoker. So all the internet places told me, one internet recipe said, you just need 8 hours. Another internet recipe said, you got to have at least 12 hours, up to 24 hours. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I'm going to cut it into pieces. This is skin-on salmon, it turns out. I don't think I knew what I was buying when I bought it. And then just that size piece. And now, for the I did put a cutting board up underneath here, so we're safe. And that size piece. All right, so there's my salmon. I'm excited about that. And now, let's get this handy dish. So I'm going to take a good bit of this stuff, put it on the bottom. Again, gotta love the internet. The internet says, do not be shy about the cure. Not the band, the stuff that I'm putting on. Maybe you don't be shy about the band either, but to not be shy about the fish. So I am choosing to not be shy and use lots of cure. All right, there's that. And now we're gonna cake it on the top and use it lots and lots like that, which is cool. I have a little bit left over, which is dope. So I'll use that for something else. I don't know what. Oh, you know what I didn't do is pull out pin bones. Well, that's going to be a thing. Pin bones, we'll talk about those tomorrow because I'll do that tomorrow. But kind of mash it in, cover up all the parts that look like salmon to make sure that you don't miss anything. I've got some over here that I want to get. Be sure to get some on the floor. I just did that. So, you know, that's always a win. All right. And now, more there. I'm not being shy with the cure. There it is. Okay, that's ready to go. Salt and sugar and a little bit of pepper. I'm going to cover that a little bit there too. And now we get plastic and we cover it. And it goes into the refrigerator for the night. So, all right, I will see you in the morning checking in on the salmon. So continuing with the smoked salmon, It has been overnight in the cure, which was sugar and salt, and is that it? Sugar and salt? I forget. Yeah, sugar and salt. That's it. Brown sugar, white sugar, salt. And you can see all the liquid. Look at all that has come off and out of the fish. So that's what it was supposed to do. So what happens now is it gets rinsed off, and then it's gonna sit out actually, and just in the open air, it's gonna sit out and dry, and I'll show that to you in a minute. But right now I'm gonna rinse this off and get it set up on some racks. All right, this is ready. This has been in the cure and is now ready to dry out. So what happens is it sits out at room temperature for, I think, as much as an hour. I'm actually gonna turn a fan on that will kind of help it dry. And the idea is that it will form a little bit of a skin. The internet people, who we always believe, call this a pellicle. I don't know if it's a pellicle or if it's pellicle, but it is a bit of a skin that does a couple things. One is it, mostly it apparently makes it easy for the smoke flavor to stick to the fish. So this has got another half hour or so just to sit out here on the counter at room temperature with a bit of a fan action going on. And that will get it ready to go into the smoker. So, and then once it goes into the smoker, it's only got about 2 hours. At least that's what they tell me. So hopefully that can, I didn't start all this project too late. I don't think I did. There we go. A couple more hours, pellicle. Okay, fish has gained a pellicle, at least I think it has. What I read on the internet was it would be a little sticky, and it really isn't, but you know what? The fish needs to go in the smoker, so it's going in the smoker. So this is my fish going in the smoker. I will take you with me. Yay! All right, here we go. Heading out to the smoker. Hope I can drop this. Out in the sunroom. Gonna see again if I can do this with my foot, and I can because I'm skilled. All right, it's turned into a lovely day here in Seattle. Show you the fish again, not sure why I'm doing that. All right, here's the smoker. Take its little thing off, there we go. I forgot to bring the, all right. All right, and there's that, which is super dope. Well, maybe. Harder than it seemed it needed to be. All right, we're in. I didn't put the drip tray in, so I'm gonna go back inside and get that. But there it is, our little Chief smoker that someone gave me for free. I had an alder plank, excuse me, a cedar plank that, that water looks scarier than it actually is, that someone gave me, or maybe I bought it, to be able to do salmon on the grill. So I just cut it up into strips, and that is what I'm using for the smoke. So you can see that is the magic of our smoke. And it goes in this little pan and sits right on top of the element. So there it is, smoked salmon coming to you. Okay, salmon is out of the smoker and it looks amazing. So let's just get a little fork, see if we can get a little taste and just see what this is like. Oh, wow, that's interesting. There it is, super juicy. Looks really awesome. I'm making a mess on the counter, but I don't care. Holy crap, that's incredibly good. All right, smoked salmon right there. Still very juicy, not sure what to think about that. But here's the thing I'll show you. It is Saturday night in quarantine. I have some smoked salmon right now. The other thing I have is bagels that are gonna be in the refrigerator all night, adding a little bit of heft to themselves. And tomorrow morning, the bagels will be boiled and then baked, because that's what you do with bagels. And then I will have this smoked salmon, along with some cream cheese and a little fresh dill to go on top of the bagels for breakfast. So I'll show all that to you in the morning, but that's what's happening now. Smoked salmon, it was a big success. Can't wait to do more. So there it is. Homemade bagels, cream cheese, dill, red onion, and smoked salmon that I smoked yesterday. This was amazing. I can't wait to smoke salmon again. It was so easy. And someday I'll make a bagel video too. Happy breakfast or whatever meal you're having to you. And happy quarantine always.